I had taken a logistic regression class that was very helpful in analyzing the pregnancy risk assessment and monitoring survey. So that was, I guess that's one of the key instances where I've used what I've learned here.
So it's paramount to growing our capacity to really do that part of protecting public from infectious disease, emergency preparedness, bioterrorism preparedness, and even chronic diseases like cancer and diabetes or low birth weight babies.
Well, my position in particular, the epidemiology position in some of these rural areas, are really not funded locally. We're getting grant monies from Homeland Security and those types of things. So the value of these positions is really kind of evolving in these rural areas, where we're now to a point where I think a lot of these rural areas, they managed without us before, but now they're to the point that, oh my gosh, how did we manage before our positions were here?
We have pretty limited budgets for training, so this opportunity to come to the summer session is invaluable in my opinion, because we do have a tight budget.
It's something that most health departments don't really have a major budget for.
Well, I think it's a national problem. I mean, we as deans of schools of public health are talking about this all the time. Public health is critical for the health of our society, and all of the states are facing a situation where the workforce is aging. There are many retirements coming up. We have a shortage such that if we could place every student who went through all of the schools of public health nationally and triple or quadruple our capacity, we still couldn't fill the need for people working in public health agencies. So public health agencies are in fact hiring people to work in those agencies who don't have public health training. And so this kind of experience for people is invaluable. It's invaluable for our society to make sure that the people who work in the interest of public health are trained appropriately so that they can do the kind of job that they should be doing.
Sandusky County is one of the smaller counties. We have about a $3 million budget, and we have almost no money budgeted for training at all.
So far every year I've been able to come without having to pay from my health department because of the funding that has been provided.
As all government agencies and public health, we're all experiencing the tightening of the budget. As the federal dollars shrink, so do our dollars as it's passed down through the state and to us, especially in the capacity of epidemiology, because a lot of that money over the last 6 or 7 years has been funded through what was called Public Health Infrastructure Grant. Well, those grants have been cut now for 3 years consecutively, and they're projected to be cut drastically, even maybe up to 30% next year.
Well, every time I come, either my faculty members have covered my costs, or they've been covered through some other foundation or federation or something, and there's no way that with the way Ohio's climate is, we're laying people off at Medicaid, and there's no way that we could have afforded to come without financial backing.
Pretty much a special opportunity to have world-class, lecturers and professors come and give us information about some pretty, intriguing topics that are definitely timely and helpful in the types of day-to-day things that we do.
I think it's very important that this program continues because when we are in our professional world, it's good to have quality training programs available so that we could be, most up to date with the information that's out there, any technology, a lot of new information that you could easily miss because you're too busy doing your everyday routine kind of things at your job. So being able to get away from your work and be able to come and hear a lot of the academics part of the same theories that you apply on your everyday job, being able to do that, I think it's really valuable.
There are certainly training requirements for other disciplines in public health like nursing and sanitarians and things like that. And with the advent of epidemiologists now being statewide, not limited to the major metropolitan areas as it has in the past, that continuing education, I think, is a critical piece that epidemiologists need to keep up on.
I'd like to get everybody here next week. I mean, that's really how great it's been for me.
all the different state departments that are here, that we're all learning the same information, so that when we do work together as teams and collaborations on things, that we all sort of speak the same language, because we've all been trained in these same, you know, the regression skills or the epidemiology skills or that sort of thing.
We keep the price for students to take our courses extremely low. We've been told by outside individuals that our prices could be double what they are and still be reasonable. So we've really tried to keep the prices low, but still the people who work in our state and local health departments can't afford to pay those prices. Not just Ohio, but all around the United States are really strapped for cash. So it's really important that we find funding to be able to give these people this kind of education.
It would be great if the program continues, because it'll be a great asset to everybody else in public health who are in the field doing this every day.
Having an expert teach you what you need to know, someone with years and years of experience and that's world-renowned in some cases, I think that really can't be beat.